Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Taurus for February 2025. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Taurus, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Most of all, for showing up. I've been... Do you see what I mean? I'm not editing. I'm just enjoying the energy that I have been given today to do the reads for February. Because of this deck, it seems to be filled with lots of enthusiasm. If you listen to the Aquarius read, you'll see what I mean. I got so overwhelmed with getting the messages and sharing them that I didn't go into the elaborate mode of bringing out 2 cards per original card. So I had to do that. Well, I didn't do a retake. I just added on a bit more. So I'm just going to be a little more careful with your read, Taurus. But it's already starting up to be a mouthful, and I'm already out of breath. It seems like it's coming in fast. So it could be just the energy for February is quite enthusiastic for, well, now it's the second sign. Doing this read, it is the second sign that I'm doing, so the energy is still quite strong, and I'm cleaning the deck again because I did, and it's split on the list and strength. So here we have the courage to make a judgment call, we have the courage, we have the compassion, we have that sense of wisdom, and the 2 high arcana. So Spirit is guiding your steps and giving you that oomph to go forward, and that know-how in what to do next, and making your decisions. And we have the King of Gifts. So we have a man with a plan is how this card is usually portrayed. But it's not just a man with a plan. It is that sense of responsibility, taking on that judgment, putting that step forward, and having the courage to do so. So being that it's 2 high arcana prior to that King of Gifts or Pentacles, it would be the form of the Emperor. Taurus, you are masterful, you are taking steps, and you are making strong, powerful decisions. Oh, good for you. Let's see, that's February coming in now, because and the deck is splitting. Even when I was doing the cleaning, it kept splitting, and I kept thinking it was the same card, but it's different cards. So I'll let you in on that. The first time it split, it was with the Lover's card. So being that you are making decisions, you're taking the time to do so, and the decision process that you're making is to bring in satisfaction, the 9 of Pentacles. So either you're making that decision to go on your own and go off and do business on your own, or to open up a business for some, to begin a new business. For others, it is in the form of taking that responsibility where money is concerned. The 7 of Gifts comes in with the 9 of Gifts here. So again, it is investments that have been made in the past, or you're picking up on going over things that you've done in the past. You're working, again, the decision making process is in regard to investments that you've made in the past, and you're waiting for the right moment to make the next step, and you're not worried about it at all. In fact, you're changing your perspective on the direction you want to take, or who you want to work with, or what you want to invest in, or where you want to put your money in general. Taurus, it's a mouthful. Again, Judgment card comes back with our Hangman. It's just to accentuate just that you are making that call, and you know exactly where you want to go, who you want to go with, why you want to go, where you're going. You're moving forward in a positive, very positive, very, what's the word? I'm sorry, it's just eluding me, the word that I really want to say. It'll come. But you're making steps to build a foundation, or you already have a foundation in place and you're building on that foundation. So I'm using the same 5 card spread. As you can see, I'm using the same Yuletide deck that I did for January, and it is to bring us out, or bring us toward the end of winter, because toward March I will change deck. I won't use this one for the March reads, but it is still the same spread. I'm using the 5 card spread, and starting off with the past, I'm pulling the cards random and starting off with the 6 of Canes. So we went from the Pentacles, or the gifts, to the Canes, or the Swords, and here we have the 6 of Swords. So peace of mind, that sense of taking a journey, making a journey. Sorry, my cards, this paper, I'm not too thrilled with the quality of this paper. It keeps giving me little bits of dust. A little OCD there. Sorry about that, Taurus. But yes, you are, this is the past. So however far back you want to go, where could be a month, could be 2 months, could be 2 years, could be more. It really depends on how you feel in your circumstance, where you were before. You were aiming to leave a situation, to get away from dysfunction or arguments, or just thinking too much about something. Your mind was freeing itself, or you were physically moving away, or you were thinking about moving away, or you did go on a journey, or you went on vacation. It really depends on your situation, but you went to free your mind, or you had free thought, or you felt freedom. The word free keeps coming in here. So put it to your situation. And again, I can't help but see the bottom of the deck, and we have the Ace of Canes. So that would have been a 7 of Canes, and 7 of Swords is, again, that strategy, that thinking clear, and that ease of having freedom, or thinking your way out of a situation, is where you were. And then we come into the 7 of Candles. This represents the Wands. So here we would be stepping up to the higher ground. You worked your way through, your mind worked out a situation, and you brought yourself up to higher level of thinking, or working with integrity, or just taking the higher ground, protecting yourself, having that strategy with that 7 of Swords here, to put yourself on a higher ground, where you'd be protected, or protecting yourself, protecting your investments. Either way, your integrity is intact, and you're coming into February with this. So something you've done is bringing you into success. Again, it is what you have done, these Wands. And then we bring in the King of Canes. I think that is what I did see with the Aquarius read. Again, I know I don't want to connect the two of you together. It's just that this is the second read, and I was doubtful when I had done the Aquarius if it was the King of Swords or if it was the King of Wands. And now the King of Swords comes back. So it could be that you are dealing with an Aquarius. You may want to listen to that read, Taurus. But nonetheless, this is the middle of February, where you are taking charge, where you are set on a particular idea. You are taking action, taking steps to create space for that idea to formulate. Again, I think we started off with the King of Gifts. So again, it is that energy of being in control, wanting to start something new, taking your business ventures to another level. You're dealing with decisive thoughts here. You have the 6 with the 1 here makes the 7 and this one makes the 8. So you may very well change perspective, change your mind, decide on doing something different, or you may be dealing with someone who will give you that edge where you want to do something, you want to do things different because you're going to have a victory. This ace here, it tells that there is a victory in hand. It tells of truth being told. It tells of speaking out. It tells of ideas. So we have the 2 of Swords when we put these two together, just not ignoring the 6, but again, that was in the past, and if I do bring it all in, it is still 8 of Swords. So again, it's a change of mindset. Herein we have the 7 of Wands to bring in that integrity. So either you are influencing someone or someone is influencing you by the mid-month. And again, that influence is bringing in change toward the end of February. I have an itch in my eye. Could be a signal of things to come where you need to see, or your vision is being blocked, or you, again, we did, I don't want to say we did because I could be mixing up the Aquarius read, because in the Aquarius read we saw the 2 of Swords, and in this shuffle I think I did bring out the 2 of Swords, but it is a question of putting things into perspective and making change and changing mind, as we see here with these 8 swords. And now we have the 13, which is real change coming in. I'm just looking at how I lay the cards here. Let's see how. I keep thinking there's not enough room, but there is. But again, this is the beginning, the middle, and the end. And I have another card here. I do call it again the end. It's not that I'm carrying into March this read, because we're still at the very beginning of February when I do my reads, and it is still incorporating the end of February. It's sort of the rounding off of February, this card, but it is still, it is the end of this read. It will spill into March, but that is again depending on the card. And here we have the Tower, so we have change and then we have more change, but it is sudden change. This is a pivot. It is where we recognize what needs to be changed and we learn and grow from that, and we take that influence. Either we are influencing others or we are being influenced by others, and then we suddenly shift. Things become more clear. We have epiphanies. We have that sense of, I don't want to do this, I want to do something else. Now this is where it chimes in with Aquarius, because I do say that, not with the same cards, however, but it does ring in with Aquarius, because here we have, it's a mental flash where we have either a new idea or we make room with the change. We make room for new ideas with the change. Now, if it is that you are dealing with an Aquarius, or you have strong Aquarius in your chart, you may want to listen to that read and see if it does actually connect with what you are getting from this one. Because again, it is influence, whether you are doing it or it is being done to you. It is the swords, there's air here, there's thought processing, there's working with integrity, there's dealing with others on high levels of change, because we have high arcana, very strong. These are 2 of the most powerful cards in the high arcana section of the deck, and this is change and this is change. So you have pivot change and you have quick change and you have sudden understanding, sudden freedom. Freedom, it is a sense of freedom, but it is to allow for a new beginning to take place. And again, it chimes in with the Aquarius card, the Aquarius read. So we see at the bottom of the deck the Ace and then the King of Wands. Again, we could be dealing with fire signs, air signs even, but it is that enthusiasm, that initiative, that working with another, because we have two kings here. So it could definitely be your plans are including someone who is very, who wants to take initiative, who's got a plan going on, and they want to have it out with you, or have this plan come into fruition with you. Maybe you were dealing with someone where in the past things had to go on ice, literally, because circumstances didn't allow for the completion, and now you're able to go back in, or you're able to see things differently and make new plans with whomever you're dealing with on a business level or not. It could just be romantic plans that you want to make. You want to get involved with someone. Taurus, it is determined by your situation. The messages fit or don't. It's not to force them to fit. If it doesn't click, it doesn't click. And then we have the 7 here. So we're looking into, again, change of direction, change, and then more change. So you're working on it and planning for it and being victorious and having that change, whatever it is that you want done, it's coming to you. Again, it's really reflecting into the Aquarius read where that satisfaction comes in. Then we have the Queen of Gifts. So we have a lot of energy where we had the Pentacles coming in with the Aquarius read, and then we have the air coming in, the Swords coming in with the Taurus read. So it could be that your energy matches your counterparts, fire and earth with air and water, or air and earth. Look into your own chart to see where your Saturn and Jupiter and Venus are, because if they're in air and fire signs, then this is probably why we're getting such a mix. But that doesn't have to be. You could just be going with the energy that I got, the burst of energy coming into the read, where it's very enthusiastic and moving very quickly and wanting to make things go in a different direction, and having that enthusiasm to make it so, and understanding. It's not just okay, I want to do things my way. It's again, we have the 9 of good cheer, so 9 of Cups returning to this read, along with the Knight of Canes and the Magician, and the Sinterklaas. So with the 4 of Gifts. Okay, this is really looking like the cards that showed up for Aquarius, Taurus. And I really do apologize. I don't mean to connect, but I can't help it. It's just the way it's coming out. I can't seem to see past that the connection is there. For some of you it may be, and for others it may not. The similarity is in that we are going through the new year, so things are changing, lessons are being learned. We want to reach out, or we want to make understood our plans. We want to take initiative, and we want to either hold back and not share certain bits of information, or certain people we don't want to mingle with too closely, because we're working through how we were treated. We're working through what we really want. We're really putting the dotting of I's and crossing of T's into play in February. For some reason, I'm getting that sense of we need to do it properly, and we need to make certain changes stick. We need to make a change, and then we need to clear a path for that change. And Spirit is helping here when we see the High Arcana do this. All right, so let's go into elaboration here, because I don't want to bypass and go to the Oracle. I think that's what happened when I did the last read, and it's because the energy just so fiery. And here we have the Queen of Good Cheer. So we have a mingling of kings and queens. So authority figures in your current or your near future, because we're looking into February. You stood up for what you believed in. And you're doing it still. In fact, you are becoming more and more certain, or you are asserting yourself more, Taurus. You're not letting anybody step on your toes this February. Here we have, ooh, the Mary Lord. The Mary Lord. Oh yes, I knew this would come around again, and I said if it did, I have to correct myself because I'm just a little OCD like that. I call this the Empress, and it is not the Empress. It is the High Priestess. This is our moon card here, relating to the moon card. See, she is the High Priestess, where we keep secrets, we keep back information, we know that we need to follow our instincts. We do follow our instincts, but we keep certain information to ourselves. Now here we're looking at the Queen of Cups with the Mary Lord, and we want to make sure that it is hidden away, certain information. We're keeping it under wraps. We're very aware of what we're doing. And this is starting up in February. So be mindful, Taurus. You're dealing with water signs, or you're very emotional according to what you're standing up for yourself about, or what you're standing up for. Could be for others. Could be that you're dealing with mother figures or sisterhoods, or you're dealing with women in particular for women causes, or you're looking into helping women. This is a very general message here, but it is specific to women. Don't know why, I just felt that I had to say it. If it fits with you, then you know. If it doesn't, then it is really dealing with your emotions. It is really dealing with motherhood, because it is specific to women. Defending women, or defending a particular woman, feeling that you need to, is where this, and it's very, very emotional, this connection here. Whomever you're dealing with, whether it is a woman or not, but you're dealing with someone who is connected to you very emotionally. For somebody, it doesn't mean it's everybody who's getting that. But then again, there's secrecy, there's standing up for what you believe in, and not telling all. And then there's a commitment here. So could be that if we spill it over into the middle of the month, it could be for the full moon that you'll step forward, or someone will step forward. Again, it could be the feminine connection that you have, but then it could be that love, standing up for what you believe in, and you're committed to the cause, and you want to take that initiative, and again, being influenced by someone, or you're influencing someone, but there's a commitment to the cause. It is touching on very emotional connection. So it could be a women's league, or something with women is very, very strong here. And the commitment is to the cause. So look into that, Taurus. Again, it is the Jupiter, the Wheel of Fortune. So again, relationship wise, it is a commitment that is coming in to its own, where your dedication, someone else's dedication, they're influenced by you, you are influenced by them. It's still connecting there. There's no new message coming out from these two cards here. The integrity still stands, and the fact that whatever it is that you did is now coming in. You're going to see that You're going to see, again, it may make you very emotional. Again, whatever it is that you've done, your commitment to the cause will bring in the Wheel of Fortune. So the luck factor, see where Jupiter will be for you or where it is in your chart, but the luck factor, maybe you're dealing with Sagittarius, or you have a Sagittarius moon possibly. You're dealing with someone who has a deep connection, and Jupiter is linked into that somewhere for the luck factor, where you may be, your luck will change, in other words, because I can't stop saying the word luck. Your luck will change. You have a commitment. Your devotion will change your luck, in other words. Again, the change is happening. Something that you didn't expect is coming your way. Maybe you were not thinking that what you were doing would have a great effect, and it is having a great effect, or it will have a great effect, and you'll be very surprised. You'll be pleasantly surprised. And then we have the 10 of Gifts there. You see, pleasantly surprised with abundance. It's your luck. It's not what you were thinking would come in the way that it will come. It may come in different forms. Some of us are receiving money. Some of us are receiving that sense of belonging to a family. Again, it's deep emotion here that spills into what is changing about a commitment for you, or to you, or with someone else, or with a cause. Again, it is legacy that you're building, or you're coming into, or you have put into play, and the wheel will turn in your favor, and the change that will come will be in the form of you having a legacy, or starting up a legacy. Because it started out with, you want to build something, you want to make progress happen, and whatever it is you want to do, it's going to happen, because you have that Magician card, you have the Chariot. So the difficulty in that is that it is on solid foundation. It is going to bring you satisfaction, and here we have the Magician with the Hierophant. So it's very powerful knowledge. It's very very understanding on the part of, you know what you were doing when you did what you did in the past, and your intelligence is like you're passing the test when the wheel comes in to bring you the abundance. And then we have our 6 of good chairs, so 6 of cups, where from the past, could be dealing with family members where they want to come back to you. Some of us have been estranged from family. Some of us have chosen to walk away, again with the change that we've gone through or put ourselves through, or from where we were looking back at what took place, and we decided, no, I don't want this, I'm going to walk away and free my mind and not be stressed out by family for some. And family could be anybody, it doesn't have to be bloodline, I keep saying that, but you know what I mean. It's people from your past who may have changed, who have instigated change within you and has brought you success because of whatever actions that had taken place. Again, you have to see how far you go back, stepping up and standing in your integrity and really believing in what you did or what you want, and putting that extra effort in where you did the work, because you're getting paid off in boons toward the end of February. It's going to show something good is coming your way, in the sense where it brings in wealth, it brings in name and recognition for you. It could be that you're dealing with services of some kind that you put extra effort into, and now because of that your life is going to change, Taurus, and it will. What I'm saying is not anything special in that sense. It's just you have to recognize that whatever it is that you've done, the repercussions are going to play out in your favor, and it is for for the children. For some of us, you've done whatever it is that you've done. Again, we're talking about mothers, we're talking about women, we're talking about women and children, we're talking about philanthropy, we're talking about effort to build something, we're talking about family if it is just individual, but we're looking at change and being recognized. And then here we see the tower. So let's see what the tower brings us. Oh boy, look at that. The Krampus. So here we're going to face fear. So again, if you listen to the Aquarius, you'll see what I mean when I say it may connect with the motherhood. I'm starting to see a link here with that, especially with this card. But here's where we overcome addictions. Again, the change, that's freeing up and making a path, clearing a path, and removing addictions and fear, because maybe you were afraid to step up and you forced yourself to bring yourself into changing something about yourself. Again, this is on individual level, not everybody, but because we have the King of Swords, again, the influence, whether you influenced someone or someone influenced you, you took steps, and because you did that, you're going to overcome the fear. You're going to destroy any anxiety, any addictions that may have been following or lurking in your life. You're going to remove them. Could be someone who will be removed because of their addiction. Let's see the last card. Here is the eight of candles. So that's the 8 of wands. So moving forward, having that sense of, I can talk about what I'm afraid of. I'm not afraid anymore, because I've grown, I've changed, I've learned my lessons. See, I've learned my lessons. I've taken initiative to take those steps. Again, we have our King of Good Cheer, so it could be a water sign, and then we have the Force. So again, relating to addictions here, we have had enough. I had enough of this. I don't want anymore. I've just made up my mind. I don't want to be with this person anymore. For some, again, it is very emotional. So we've either disconnected because we know that this relationship is not worthy, and I have to make a change, and I have to grow up, and I have to look back at what I went through as a child, or I can't put my children through this for some, and I know that I need to face this fear for others, and coming back to the same connection where it's change upon change, and you will be successful, because the 8 of Wands says you are masterful. You have learned, and you are able to apply what you've learned. You're able to take that initiative, and you have learned enough. You have enough knowledge to know what the next step is. And this is where we will take an oracle message from the Yule Oracle from the witches. Sorry, the Seasons of the Witch. What a mouthful I have. It's the energy for February. I think I'm going to have that with all the reads. Oh boy. I'm in for a rough ride, but I do feel very relaxed here. This seems to be quite tense in where change comes in, but the commitment to the cause and that emotional sense of, I know what I need to do, I'm following my instincts, I'm not telling anybody, doing it in secret. There's a lot of that, but there is integrity. It's not just going and hiding and doing things. It is knowing when to do and being victorious in the long run. In the end of it, it is for the children, it is for the family, it is for legacy, it is for a childhood sweetheart. Put your situation in with this and see how it fares, because you're learning lessons, that is for sure. You're overcoming fear, that is for sure. if it is there are addictions in your life, you are eradicating that because you have mastered something. You know how to do something that was giving you probably a bit of a hard time, and that is what was keeping you back from having your legacy, and you've overcome that. All right, let's take an oracle message for February, and then we have the snow. Oh, look at that. It's very wintry still. And it is the 33 sacred number here. This is blessings. There is beauty in the divine that settles on thy flesh. A magical enchantment bestowed in purity. The pure snow. Again, it is a beginning. It is fresh. It is being able to shed the old for the new, and that is where we see the Tower and the 13, because you're going to have what you deserve, and you've learned from the changes that you had to make. You're freeing yourself, or spirit is freeing you because you paid attention to whatever it is that went on in the past, and only you will know. And then we have telling stories, 38. So we go up a 5, and a 5 is that it is change. So from 33 to 38, what words so tender can be spoken so bravely unless they are true from the truest of words? Telling stories is being able to really live, that experience. Again, it is pertaining to having change come. The experience, the storytelling was how we passed on knowledge, and in the ancient times before writing it down in books. And here is where the Hierophant and the Magician come into play. Having the knowing, and then taking what you know and then doing something very powerful with it, taking the steps, having learned, and then taking what you learn and applying it. Seems like it's the result, and the result is in the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is where things turn into your favor. Again, the purity, that where you clean the slate, where you come into something new and fresh and free, and again, changing something from within and then acting upon that change to bring in your legacy. Taurus, February is really looking up for you. On that note, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, love and light.